today I opened up my own home garden as an example of a Bay-OK garden, and we invited the community in to do some walk and talks around the garden with our celebrity gardener Chris Ferreira.
It's like it's the equivalent of the cooking show. It's one thing to see something when it's finished, but to actually be able to pick apart how this has been done and all the various components, that's when it really resonates for people. There's a big aspirational goal. If everyone made their garden the biggest room of their home and they focused on the garden, we would have the most exquisite suburban environments, and we'd have more beautiful trees and gorgeous gardens, because we have this tendency to build big homes and the garden gets pushed off to the side and it's a tacked on afterthought, rather than how do we create this beautiful space that turns a house into a home. And to me, that's what the garden does. Yeah, so the 11th commandment is thou shalt use the water and the nutrients where they fall. So it's the overarching idea that the water and the nutrients are no use to our landscapes unless they're getting past that veneer of wax and getting into the soil, because it's only then that they get turned into plants and that they don't become pollutants. Oh, you just need to look at this beautiful garden here, and that's what I loved about today, is that this really enshrines how important those Bay-OK principles are and how they work, how you create a landscape that looks beautiful and is productive. And I just wish there would be some way you could actually meter how fewer nutrients and water are needed to get this beautiful result, but also how much less is leaking through into the bay. So getting those Bay-OK principles out in a way that is tangible and realistic for people is just so important.
It upsets me when I see our catchments, waterways and wetlands full of algae and algal blooms and the fish deaths. And I know through my project that is actually because we gardeners are actually putting too much fertiliser on our gardens. And then I look at my garden, I think I have to be doing this. Following these Bay-OK behaviours, you'll actually have a successful garden on our very poor sandy soils. If you're not doing it, you really aren't going to have a healthy, thriving garden.